This is going to be funky. All right. So I'm going to be talking about something slightly different. So a lot of people come up and talk about, here are the steps to success, and here's what you need to do to kind of do things right. I kind of want to flip that a little bit and talk about all the things we did wrong at EventMobi, and some things that maybe you can kind of avoid as well. So just to give you some context, at EventMobi, we help events become successful through seamless technology. So whether you're looking to build a website for your event, sell tickets, manage a gamification platform, do surveys or an event app, we do all of that for you in one place, super easy to manage. But how did we actually do this? Through a lot of mistakes. So I'll take you through a little bit of a chronological order. First thing, we started the company right smack dab in the middle of the recession. And that was the perfect way of making sure that we would never get an intro to a VC. Second thing is we actually started the company in San Francisco and then decided, you know what, we're not getting intros, we're just going to come back to Toronto. But it actually wasn't like that. But it was very interesting for us to actually move back from a bustling tech city to Toronto in 2009, where really a meetup like this would be unheard of. So it's awesome to see how much it's grown since then. We started building, and immediately we started spreading our product way too thin. We were doing all sorts of different verticals and different kind of pricing strategies and trying to do all sorts of different stuff, and it was crazy. And then we started scaling our teams way too late. We were leaving money on the table, our sales team wasn't growing fast enough, our product team wasn't able to succeed. There were a lot of things that we were messing up. And we didn't even end up hiring any executives. And we were, the average age of the office was like 28, 29, and we're like, how are we gonna grow? How are we gonna do all this stuff? But at the end of it, this is what we were able to accomplish. We've been around for about 6 years, and for the past 4 years, we've been managing 100% growth year over year without a single dollar of venture capital. We're at about 70 employees now. We're growing to about 130 in the next year. We're working with about 8,000 events, and that's doubling year over year. And more important than that is our product usage is actually significantly growing. We're becoming significantly more useful every year we build the product. But I'm going to back up here, because I talked about everything we did wrong. So how did this actually happen? So yes, we started in the middle of a recession, but this actually ended up working really well for us, because not having any money really focused us on building a profitable business right from the get-go and not depending on external capital to keep us going. So we focused on profitability very, very early. And more important than that, what we actually found was that our customers were also struggling to keep their business running. They were looking for new products and looking for new ways to actually innovate in their own business. So it gave us a really easy win there. So this worked out really well for us. Whoops. Our moving away from SF, which was crazy at the time, and we thought it was crazy too, ended up working really, really well for us. Not only were we able to find really good people in Toronto, but we were able to actually get out of the whole tech bubble in San Francisco and really focus on our clients, because that's what matters most. And I think the best part of this is that we've actually been around for 6 years. We've never been written up by TechCrunch, but they're actually clients of ours, and they're paying us, and I like that relationship better. So. By spreading our product too thin, we kind of got into a place where it was really, really difficult, I'm not going to lie, but it really allowed us to kind of micro-pivot in every little direction, try out different product strategies, try out different verticals, and more important than that, once we brought all that back together into the core platform, we were able to actually innovate in a market that was totally competitive and everybody was doing copycats. And we actually came out with the first gamification platform for events. And as we scaled out our team too late and it became really difficult to manage, we actually used that to our advantage of building a really focused, lean team that actually focused on exactly what they needed to do, because we had no cycles to spare. And so we actually ended up building amazing processes to capitalize on this. And not hiring executives is still something we're trying to solve, but we were able to actually build, and the only way we were able to grow the company was to actually have our young staff be super passionate, be super motivated, and work in an autonomous place where we're not micromanaging them and letting them succeed in the environment. And this was really, really hard for us to kind of give up. But by building that culture, we ended up actually building something that was immensely successful with a team of amazingly passionate young staff. So hopefully that gives you a quick idea of that seemingly obvious failures can turn into amazing successes. So thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Questions?
No one's had mistakes? Just curious, you want the gamification
Yeah, so we ended up trying to build a platform to help incentivize people to take certain actions. You know, as you guys just did the networking event right now, if you're at a conference, how do we make sure that that actually happens, and how do we track it, and how do we make sure that we have data to prove that you ended up meeting somebody, and showing the event planner there was actually a success. So we kind of gamified the whole thing. We created fun games, competitive nature, to kind of fuel that interaction. Of course. I think the only road to success is through failure. So, yeah. Yeah. How did we manage cash flow without capital funding? That was very, very difficult. And we had to make a lot of trade-offs along the way, and it was always a discussion for us. But it kind of just came to the point where we met the right people at the right times, and you know, whether the focus and the way that we approached it, or it was a million different things that came into it that kind of helped us get to where we are. But it's really, really fine focus in terms of what are you trying to get, and is this every single dollar that you're spending worth it? That again comes down to people. We met some amazing people that we were not even thinking of opening an external office, and it just happened. We knew we had to have these smart people. The opportunity was there, and we took it. And then there are going to be about 10 people in Berlin, and they're also looking to double year after year and grow European operations. So it's been a wondrous success there.